Solar cars are often seen as the achievement of some far-flung science fiction future. Relying on nothing but sunlight to zip along, they tell a time where no longer do we have to dig things out of the ground to power our transportation. Of course, solar-powered cars are already here if you happen to both own an electric car and a house with photovoltaic solar panels on its roof. And in the past few years, we've started to see several new car companies pop up offering to go one step further, adding high-efficiency solar panels to lightweight electric cars. We've seen startups build off-grid solar cars for remote rural locations with no mains electricity. We've seen students build solar-powered cars on shoestring budgets. And more recently, we've seen Sono Motors unveil its production Scion electric hatchback. Designed for urban life, it's about the same size as a BMW i3, has two-way power transfer capabilities, and can add around 34 kilometers of range per day just by sitting outside in the daylight. Now there's a new car we can add to that list, and it's the first long-range plug-in solar hybrid we've ever seen. Enter the LightYear One, a car that's been teased for the past few years, but which is now finally a reality. Earlier this week, the Dutch team behind the vehicle, many of whom cut their teeth winning the World Solar Challenge as part of the Solar Team Eindhoven, showcased the first working LightYear One prototype, and they detailed for the first time what we can expect from it when production begins in 2021. Unlike the Sono Scion, which was built with daily commuting, power resilience and affordability in mind, the LightYear One follows the route that many electric car startups have done before it. A high-end, high-priced, limited production vehicle that's designed to establish LightYear as an electric automaker, demonstrate the technology and, most importantly, capture the imagination of the world. It's also been designed to be as efficient as possible, and its creators say it has an on-paper WLTP test range of 725 kilometers, all from a battery pack that's just two-thirds the capacity of the battery pack in Tesla's longest range, Model S. The range now being quoted by LightYear is higher than the 580 kilometers that we'd previously been given as a target range. But in its defence, LightYear did say that it believes a range in excess of 800 kilometres is possible under ideal conditions, or much less under bad conditions. Since LightYear didn't specifically detail the battery pack specifications, nor did it give power ratings of its motors, producing actual figures is a little bit tough. The car, which debuted this week, is an early prototype, but we understand that it fairly represents what you can expect from production models when the LightYear One begins deliveries in 2021. Delivering the power from the battery pack to the road are a quartet of in-wheel electric motors. Again, I don't know the power output, but these motors, based on some in-cabin video we've seen from our friends over at Fully Charged, do appear to be a little on the noisy side. Granted, the prototype shown was being operated at 10% operating power and is a prototype, so we can hope that noise disappears for the production vehicle. Why use in-wheel motors? It's all about efficiency and weight. By using 4 in-wheel motors, LightYear says it does away with the losses associated with traditional single-gear reduction gearboxes in transaxles. Instead, the power is delivered directly to the wheel. Of course, it also means that the LightYear One has lots of interior space since there are no motors under the bonnet, boot or floor. Even with all 5 seats occupied, there's 780 litres of luggage space, even with that rather pronounced aerodynamic camback. As for performance, well, acceleration isn't the LightYear One's strongest point. At 10 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, it isn't going to win any drag races. But honestly, that's not the point behind the LightYear One. The LightYear One has been designed from the ground up to be as efficient as possible. And frankly, it's really good to see a car company not get embroiled in the constant drive for the fastest acceleration time possible, and instead to focus on something else. Aside from the aerodynamic design of the actual car's body, the team at LightYear have done absolutely everything they can to keep the LightYear One as light as possible, which is the main reason it travels so far on so little energy. The rear seat latch mechanism, for example, latches onto the car's roof, not to the vehicle's sides as you'd find in most cars. While that does mean you have to rely on a rear-view camera to see directly behind the car, it apparently saves a significant amount of weight. It also means the luggage area doesn't have to be heated, as it would be in most hatchbacks. These weight savings also, I presume, help offset the weight of the solar panels, which adorn the roof and the bonnet of the LightYear One. Encased in a super strong hardened glass that LightYear claims a human could walk on without breaking it, the 5 square meters of photovoltaic panels have a peak power output of 1.25 kilowatts. That's apparently enough to give 50 to 70 kilometres of range per day in all but the most northern parts of Europe, equivalent to about 10,000 kilometres of solar driving per year. If that's not enough, the LightYear One can also charge from a charging station like any other EV on sale today, complete with 60 kilowatts CCS capability. It's why I'm calling it a solar hybrid. So far, if you're excited about this car, I wouldn't blame you, but sadly, like many other high-end cars, the price will probably put you off. With a limited production run of just 500 vehicles for the LightYear One Pioneer Edition, LightYear plans to make more affordable series models after this, you'll need to put down €119,000 to reserve one. To get in line after the first 500, but before the first 1,000 models have been made, you'll need to slap down €19,000, while those willing to wait until 1,000 cars have been made will only have to put down €4,000. Total cost all in is expected to start from €149,000, which does include a 21% sales tax. If you are in the Netherlands, though, there is one more option. Lease Plan, a Dutch leasing company that will get you in a LightYear One from just under €1,900 per month on a lease. Either way, though, this first model from LightYear is certainly not a car that most will be able to afford. Then again, the Tesla Roadster wasn't cheap either, was it? That's it. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you liked it or you didn't like it below. Scribble a comment, hit the notification bell, and if you want to see more of these videos, why not consider sending $1 or $2 our way every month through Patreon, buy us a coffee on Ko-fi, or grab some merch in our merch store. I'll be back soon with another episode, but until then, keep evolving.